embarrassment for India as FIFA drops us. 2 months before India was to host the Under-17 Women's World Cup, a big setback has been handed out to the Indian Football Federation. The Indian football body was suspended yesterday due to third-party influence. Sensational leaked audio tapes accessed by Times Now will perhaps explain why India got booted out. What you are about to hear is allegedly a meeting between former All India Football Federation President Mr. Praful Patel, the politician, and at least 7 state football administrators on the 6th of August. Patel can be purportedly heard saying, "Take it in writing, FIFA won't accept an interim committee." Hear the leaked tapes for yourself.
Just take care, speak to the lawyers, all of you who are representing the 7 members, please I am telling you again, tell the lawyer that the time frame prescribed for this election should remain the same. Only thing is, no players, no individual members, but only 36 people who are supposed to be members of the newly elected committee, so be it, that is fine. And sir, one more thing, sir. Because again, without the elected committee, FIFA will not give you a World Cup. Yeah. And we can accommodate the eminent place. That is not an issue. But the only issue is in your review petition you mentioned that yes, the executive committee will co-opt eminent place player, women into the executive committee. Yes, sir. That is a good idea. But individual notice that is not good. That's not good means what you will not. Then FIFA will never accept it. Take it from here. The review petition we should highlight that one. The review petition. My friends, there are two sides. One is FIFA, is India. And Indian courts, Indian.
You're watching the News Hour at 9, debate number 2 on Times Now, Super Prime Time.
And joining me on the debate is Gaurav Bhatia, national spokesperson of the BJP, Tehseen Poonawala, political analyst. But my first question goes to Mr. Rahul Mehra, lawyer in the Supreme Court. Rahul Mehra, you heard that audio tape. And in that audio tape, from what you can make out, and it's been widely reported that Mr. Praful Patel virtually nudges along to say that, the courts, the judiciary virtually are a third party, as I can understand, and we should have it in writing that virtually India should be thrown out because there is no executive committee. Is this the stranglehold of politicians over sports bodies and the raw greed for power to run these bodies that drives somebody even at the cost of the country?
I think, Navika, it's a very unfortunate development, when the matter is before none other than the apex court of the country. And this is not some Pakistan that we're talking about. We are the largest democracy. Our courts are the highly respected across the globe. The apex court is in session. Over the last couple of months, I being a party in the court, I can very well share with you that the court has been acting with a lot of restraint. And the court has been very indulgent because the paramount interest for everyone, including the court which was leading this entire matter in that sense, was that the Under-17 World Cup for women in India should not be in any way, prejudiced or in any way that it doesn't happen in India, because that brings India into disrepute. But here we see hunger of a few individuals, those individuals who have been asked to step aside by the Honorable Supreme Court on 18th of May of 2022, and the Committee of Administrators having been put in place. Now, what business did Mr. Praful Patel or any of the state association bosses have to misguide FIFA, to drive them and it has been seriously alleged in an application by none other but than the Committee of Administrators appointed by the Honorable Supreme Court. And that application for seeking initiation of contempt proceedings against Mr. Patel and 7 other individuals who were duly representing all the 35 state associations who are member associations of AIFF is on record, and they have asked that this is a serious issue where interference in the administration of justice and trying to
so Tehseen Poonawalla, lust for power and control over sports bodies, is that what is driving Mr. Praful Patel, even at the cost of the country's image?
Yeah, Navika, and at one level I concur with my friend Rahul Mehra and what he's saying and what the matters before the Honorable Apex Court, and this matter should not have been made international. But here is also a problem. The problem is, while the Honorable Supreme Court rightly came down on the Football Association and tried to make the changes, the same changes made by the Honorable Supreme Court in BCCI is not being followed, and Jai Shah continues to remain in the BCCI despite his tenure getting over, and the matter has not come up before the Supreme Court. So one politician is seeing another powerful politician's son continuing against his Apex Court order, and it's pushing his luck. What we require now is something Rahul had fought for, something the Congress had proposed and BJP promised to do, the sports bill, where politicians cannot occupy positions indefinitely, and we must have sportsmen in those positions. That is not happening. It's not happening in the BCCI. Saurav Ganguly and Jai Shah continue to be in the BCCI despite the Supreme Court deadline and tenure getting over, and the matter hasn't come up, and that's the problem.
So you have a problem. You have a problem in saying anything about Praful Patel, but your problem is with the BCCI, even if the issue is about
not BCCI with Jai Shah ji. Not with BCCI, with Jai Shah ji particularly and Saurav Ganguly ji, because they are violation in the Supreme Court.
Nothing to say about the fact that the Under-17 Cup will not be held in India. That you don't have a view on.
I have a view. I think it's shameful. I think all politicians should leave. But the fact is that you cannot have one politician leaving and the others not. They're seeing what's happening with Jai Shah.
Gaurav Bhatia, respond to both Rahul Mehra and Tehseen Poonawalla.
No, I, to a great extent, concur with what Rahul has said, and I'll tell you why. It's not as if all politicians do not think about the sports persons, but just a few days ago, Navika, we saw how Shri Narendra Modi ji was seen interacting with the medal winners from the Commonwealth game. He's been encouraging sports persons. He has been also promoting sports in India. And on the other side, nothing could be more sinful than what Mr. Praful Patel has done. And I will then distinguish it from the example that Tehseen gave. Even when you speak about Mr. Jai Shah, I would say that with some responsibility, I will say the difference is this, Tehseen. Here the matter was being heard by the Honorable Supreme Court. And the Committee of Administrators that has been appointed by the Supreme Court has complained of this influencing by Praful Patel, trying to influence the body to take a decision which is not in national interest. In the case of BCCI, whether it is Mr. Jai Shah or anybody else, the matter is pending before the Supreme Court, but there is no interference in the process of administration of justice. Second, you are not factually right when you say that there has been defiance of any Supreme Court order by the BCCI. And third, today is a day when we all should unite and say one thing, that sport persons should be the first ones who should benefit from any policy. They should not be ignored. And when Praful Patel tries to act in a manner which is detrimental to the interest of the sports persons, he is doing great disservice to the country. And I'm sure the Supreme Court will take cognizance, and this amounts to contempt of court.
Well, as an Indian, clearly we feel cheated, and we just hope that we will have a situation and we will have a law and a judgment that bans politicians into taking positions like this on sports boards, because sporting should be left to players and not to political chess games on the board. We leave it at that. Thank you very much, gentlemen, for joining me on this debate number 2. Thank you very much, viewers, also for joining me on the NewsHour tonight. See you tomorrow. Be safe.